Hello out there, YouTube. Today I wanted to bring you something I thought kind of cool. This is a knockoff Binaltech conversion metals car. If you look on the back here, you can see some of the other ones they put out. Very jazzy looking jazz. Got a kind of interesting bumblebee repaint there. A red Shockwave, looks kind of freaky. And then of course this, which is a Humvee reshell of the Binaltech Hound mold. Now it's got this kind of cool plastic clamshell, which I appreciate. And there he is. Now I got this several years ago, and I have to say it's actually held up pretty well. It is a knockoff, so some of the plastic isn't the highest quality. But it's not all plastic, by the way. It is Binaltech, so part of it is metal, which I appreciate. But yeah, and actually, as I'm looking at it, for some reason he's not. Normally the panels do kind of fit together a little well. Anyway, oh well. So as you can see, he's a very nice looking Hummer. What is this? The H3, H2? Yeah, H3. And it's very clever the way that they turned Hound into this. I mean, the front end basically is a Hummer, and they've added a few things like the little H3 logo right there, which in truly cheap KO fashion is just reversed on the other side. And you can see like the paint on this door handle, not the best, but you really don't notice that when you're just looking at it. It actually looks pretty cool. And it feels really good. Nice big chunky rubber tires. Kind of funny on the tires. I don't know if you can read this, but they just took out the C. So it says Ibertronian, and then they took out the R, Adial. So I don't know. Things like that on KOs I think are just freaking hilarious. Yeah, I haven't transformed him properly. That's why he's not all lining up well, but oh well. Anyway, you get the idea. He's a cool little Hummer. You can see him here next to tracks. You know, he should be much bigger for it to be a true 1/24 scale, but really doesn't bother me. He's still pretty nice and chunky. Of course, you know, you can open the doors. Still has a detailed interior, just like any Binaltech or alternator. You can see it's exactly the same as Hound. The only difference really is in the back here, and it's basically because they just kind of stretched it out a little bit. So the back seats, which, well, you're not really going to be able to see them, but it's got the same back seats in there. Oops, edit, forgot to point out that if you're not familiar with these molds, they do have fake engines like so, and he does retain the fake shock gimmick. Well, not even fake, real shocks. There's actually a nice tight spring in there, so very cool. Love those features. But yeah, let's get down to transforming this guy, which God help me, I'm going to try to do on camera, which is hard enough for Hound. Really, he fits together in all the exact same ways that Hound does. So actually I may just cut to the robot mode at this point, and I'll tell you any differences. So here we go. A cut! And here we are in robot mode. Now, I don't know how you feel about alternators. I love alternators, but you can see the kibble-tastic remains of part of the car mode there. If you turn them around, it does have all this, including, I think I forgot to show the sunroof on the Hummer mode, but oh well. Anyway, but to be fair, a lot of that was already present on the Hound mold. It's just kind of the extra panels that they added in, plus the cheap joints that they used. These are the worst parts of this whole mold, but anyway, so there he is in robot mode, and compared to the thing he's knocked off of, you can see that he is about a head taller, all on the strength of they're exactly the same height through the legs, but then he has an extra piece in his torso that also allows the vehicle mode to be longer. Sadly, his gun, this doesn't open, so it doesn't have the hidden gun like Hound does. So he is as is, but yeah. And I don't know if you can see his head very well. Well, I'll tell you what, since it's not super secure, here we go. So, can't really tell who that's remolded off of, but either way, my intention was always to turn this guy into my alternator's Ironhide. Throw a Ironhide head on there, you know, do up some red, so on and so forth, and he could look pretty decent. Do something about all this kibble. I don't know, but that's just me. Anyway, so yeah, he is kibble-tastic. The typical Binaltech thing of he's got, you know, this big metal plate here, which kind of destabilizes him, makes it a little hard for him to stand sometimes. But at the same time, when he's just standing like this, he's fine. And I know it's a terrible thing to say for a lot of modern toy collectors who are used to really nice high-end perfect transformations, but you know, I'm one of these guys that, to be honest, when they all kind of stand together on a shelf, you don't really see this anyway. So as long as he looks good up here, that's good enough for me. But that's just me anyway. Yeah, so there's a look at this knockoff Binaltech Hound, I guess, Ironhide, however you want to look at it. Kind of a fun little piece. See them side by side there. So yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and take care until next time.